Good evening. It's wonderful to see so many people out to support the kids. Before we begin, please take a moment to silence your cell phone because we're recording tonight's concerts to put on social media so we can share them with family and friends. I would like to thank Yelcott for sponsoring and providing these very nice colored programs that you have for tonight, and all the local businesses and families that are supporting your children in the Bomber Band program. Please consider giving them your patronage in return. Back in December, we had several students from 7th, 8th, and 9th grade try out for the ASBOA Region 6 Junior High All-Region Band. This is quite an undertaking for 7th graders because they have to play at a 9th grade level. They're required to learn 5 different etudes. So at this time, I would like to acknowledge our 25-26 Pinkston all-region students. There are 6 of them, so hold your applause till we get all 6, and then we'll congratulate them. On bass clarinet, Sophia Powell. On alto saxophone, Ryder Eaton. On tenor saxophone, Callista Cohn. On trumpet, Alondra Castro. On clarinet, Sarah Darty. And on trombone, Madeline Smith. Very proud of them, and we'll probably have even more of them next year because they're playing really well. All right, this past quarter, we focused on E-flat concert scale skills, and this is a very common key that a lot of band literature is written in. We also reviewed inharmonic notes and worked several weeks on the B-flat chromatic scale, which contains all of their sharps and flats. The music selected for tonight's concert specifically incorporates these skills and a few others. The first song that we're playing for you tonight is one that provided an excellent learning opportunity for the kids, and it's going to give a mysterious waltz sound for all the listeners. We hope you enjoy Chromatic Express. That took a lot of work. Our next song that we'll be playing for you is by one of my very favorite middle school composers. John O'Reilly does a great job in making difficult rhythms such as dotted 8/16 and syncopation accessible for all the young musicians. This tune is known as Simbahaya, which in English translates to "We are marching in the light of God." The kids had a great time learning this, so we hope you have as much fun listening as we do playing. Here is African Marching Song. You'd never know that they rehearse in 3 separate groups. So we tried putting them together on Friday after the kids all went to the 300 at ASUMH. They had a great time, and some of them came, some of them didn't. So they're doing a good job all together tonight. For the past 2 decades, we have been encouraging 7th graders to play through 1 octave of the major scales. We learned them one at a time in class, and they had to perform each one for a grade. Tonight, though, I would like to take a little time to recognize the students who were able to play all 12 major scales in a row. This is quite an accomplishment for young musicians. So at this time, I'm going to call each section. The kids will stand, and then when they all have their certificate, we can clap, and then I'll go on to the next section. Oh, and by the way, I would like to thank the Band Boosters for providing a delicious pizza party for all the scale masters today during lunch. The kids loved it, so thank you, parents, for doing that for us. All right, and we are going to start with percussion. Okay. All right, they played their scales on the xylophone, and they have, I wish y'all could see it. We need to take a picture, Mr. Hufford, and post it online. They did a fundraiser, and they've got a whole room full of very nice little xylophones in there. It's great. All right, Tucker Coleman, Camden Harper, Daniel Hilvert, Lucy Nice, Pruitt Sutton, Whitney Van Gilder, and Henry Wonderland. All right, now we're going to go on to the woodwind section. So we'll start with flutes. Please call or stand up as I call your name. Brooke Hodges, Rena Kobayashi, Louie Malty, Mackenzie Snyder, she's not here tonight. She got hurt at a track meet yesterday. We're missing her. Reese Trammell and Alana Valdez. Next, we have the clarinet section. Kennedy Agee, Braylon Hahn, Alyssa Schmesky, Peyton Van, Sarah Darty, and Sophia Powell on bass clarinet. It's easier to make the directors run around rather than the kids. On alto saxophone, we have Ryder Eaton, Carter Ezell, AJ Majors, Cassidy Sears, Bradley Tilley. And on tenor saxophone, we have Callista Cohn. Horns and trumpets. She's waiting patiently. All right, very good woodwinds. All right, now on to the brass. We are starting with the French horn section. All 5 of these girls, the whole section did this, and they even came in after school to work on it extra. So French horns are Rowan Budd, Carmen Gibbs, Emma Miller, Chloe Nichols, and Emma Underwood. Are you doing trumpet? Okay. On trumpet, we have Emma Bagwell, Judah Bryant, Tyler Camp, Lila Campbell, Alondra Castro, Heaven Pham, Aiden Strong, and Robbie Whitman. There's so many, we have to spread them out into 2 rows. Very good. All right, and next we have our low brass. On trombone, we had Madeline Smith, Alana Willis, and on euphonium, we had Ryder King, Leland Odegaard, and Garrett Williams. Those boys really enjoyed the pizza party. So congratulations to all those students. That was a lot of hard work that they had to do on their own. We'll be doing this again next quarter, only we're going to be learning the 12 minor scales. So hopefully you'll be able to see more kids being celebrated. Real quick, after our final piece, the students are going to be dismissed into the lobby. There will be a short intermission while we reset the stage for the junior high blue and gold bands. And I also want to remind parents that if your child is applying for a Band Booster scholarship to Destination Band Camp, those applications are due this Friday, so please make sure your child turns that in. And we look forward to taking maybe 2 or 3 buses full of kids to Conway in June. All right, our final song. Even though it was originally composed by John Williams in 1977 for a release of Star Wars Episode 4, this arrangement challenges us to play in a fast-paced swing style with lots of different articulations. So we are going to conclude our concert with Cantina Band. Thank you so much for coming.